but near the end, you just cut out completely.
Good. 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 Well, we're live again, so hopefully our wonderful audience stuck with us for our, our hiccups. Just vibe. Everybody come on back. It wasn't me. Someone pulled the plug. You know, on my actual Twitch channel, I have like in the bio, my stream is going to crash. Just hang out for a second, because I know it's gonna happen. It's awkward. Well, welcome back, everyone. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. Well, I mean, I do know what happened. The internet died, but now we're back. Not sure where I was when the stream died. So for the VOD experience on YouTube, take it from the top briefly. My name is Luke. I'm an ARL program director. That's Arheo. He's joining me today. We're talking about the Arizona Robotics League Alliance selection process. We've just announced that it'll be on Wednesday, November 2nd. The selection process itself will take place on the Discord, but the show will be broadcast on Twitch during our regular scheduled ARL Extra Innings show. We'll do a little combine action. We were just starting to go over the team update, which will be sent out tomorrow on Discord and email and on our socials. And now we're caught up. Welcome back, everybody. Take a look at the actual team update. I think this is about where the internet cut out, but I will need your designated Alliance selection representative anytime between now and November 2nd at 6 p.m. Giving you all the way till 6 p.m. to forget I need this to happen. Okay? And then to remember, and then to get me the name of the account. The reason I need a specific account identified early is that so that I can add the role, the Discord role of Alliance selection representative to that account, and they can therefore see the voice channels necessary to do the Alliance selection process. So now, you may be asking yourself, how does it work? Well, let me tell you. So if I'm the Alliance representative, and I have the role, I'm going to join the voice channel called Pre-Pick Something. I don't know. It's up here somewhere. Give me a second. Boom, scroll down.
Lobby.
Boom, selection lobby. Look, there it is. I have an image. I thought ahead. I'm going to join the selection lobby. Everybody's going to sit in the selection lobby, right? And then when it comes time for the Alliance captains to pick, I will drag, or my associate, Mr. Arheo, slide guy, will drag the appropriate account into Alliance selection, the Alliance that they're a part of. We'll hear what the captain, who the captain wants to pick, and then we'll drag their potential partner into the squad, or into the Alliance voice channel, and they say yes or no, and we'll go so on and so forth from top to bottom. Pretty easy. Obviously, the important part is that you participate in the Alliance selection process. Now, you may be asking yourself, well, hey, ARL guys, you're doing a double limb bracket, which is different than a normal FRC regional. Or actually, it might be normal now, but it's different than the FRC regional system of the past. Is the Alliance selection going to be any different? The answer is no. The normal 1 through 8, 8 through 1 snake draft order is the same and will be the same. So you don't have to overthink it too much. So then the other question you may be asking yourself is, but what if there's a team that doesn't show up to the Alliance selection? Or what if there's a captain that doesn't show up to the Alliance selection? Arheo, do you want to fill them in?
Yeah, so captains will automatically be assigned the next highest ranked robot. And if that representative is there, they can accept or decline. And if your representative is not there and you are not a captain, you will be given an automatic yes to any invitation.
Exactly. And that is in the handbook. That is in the team update. So just to reiterate that, if you are a captain and you are not present, you will just be you will pick the next highest ranked team for both your first pick and your second pick, unless the first pick then has a pick they want for the third one. Okay, so you definitely want to be there if you're a captain, right? If you're the team being selected and you don't have representative, you will by default say yes. So if you're a captain, if you're in a captain position, you're not there, and you're selected, you will by default say yes. You won't be able to form your own alliance. Pretty easy, pretty standard. Just be there. Just be there. It's easy.
Be there or be square.
Be there or be square. Couldn't agree more. I guess the one other thing to touch on is how many teams on an alliance, Arheo? How many teams on an alliance for ARL?
We're doing just 3.
3 teams,
Your
just
captain
3.
and your 2 picks.
Aligned with your normal regional or district qualifier. 3 robots per alliance, not the championship approach where 4 robots per alliance. What is the one caveat there?
We don't have any backup robots at all.
No backup robots, none at all. So if you've probably heard us talk about this before, or maybe me talk about it, I really love the concept of knowing your alliance partners ahead of time. I think it's great for FIRST. I think it's great for FRC. I think it's great for the cooperation of the whole thing. So we do not have backup robots. A, because I don't think there's enough qualified teams. LOL. Tell your friends they should come to October. And B, you'll know your alliance partners a full week and a half ahead of the championship. You should be utilizing, as captains, right, as the ones making the picks, you should be utilizing that time to work with your alliance partners. Doesn't have to necessarily be in person, although there is a full weekend for it to be. So work with your alliance partners. Hang out chat on Discord. Have a phone call. Look at their code. Check things out, right? Or plan on all 3 of you loading in on Friday so that you can look at each other's robots if you're in different cities or something, right? Because what this does is it puts the onus on our captains, right, on our stronger teams in the state to work with their picks in order to assure that the robots are going to function the whole time. Now, obviously, breaks happen even to the best robots. And if you've been to any ARL event this year, we've never closed the gate on anyone. We're not going to do that, right? Within extreme reason, like we will be very reasonable with making sure that everyone makes it to the field, right? Another perk of the double elim bracket is that we might have some more time in some places, right? And we have the whole day for the playoffs, so no worries. Okay, so no one stress out about there being no backup robots. There'll be plenty of time for making robot repairs, and there's plenty of time to work with your alliance partners ahead of time to ensure that they're not going to break. Cool. That's pretty much it, y'all. I mean, unless I'm missing something in terms of if anyone has any Q&A on that, you can welcome to drop it in the chat. Any Q&A on anything else related to ARL, welcome to drop it in the chat. I can just say, as a topic point, I got to see the double elim bracket used firsthand this weekend, and I thought it was really cool. Right? Not, no bias. I thought it was really cool. I thought it was really cool that the 8 seed could use some really wild out there strategy in their first match against the 1 seed, and it failed terribly, but they kind of knew it was going to. That's why they had to use it, right? But then they still had another opportunity to play against a different team with a normalized strategy, right? Instead of you having to play your normal good strategy immediately, you have room to experiment, which is great. And we, rather than what I saw, and we're best of 1s, we're going to have best 2 out of 3s, right? So you'll have ample time to try a wide variety of strategies, right, before your day is done, if you will, before you're knocked out. All right, hey, what did you think? You also experienced a double elim bracket firsthand.
Yeah, I thought it was really fun. It made the lower bracket team pairings a little more even. I felt like that made it more competitive for them. It wasn't
Hmm.
such a blowout because 1 versus 8 was only one match, but then they immediately had a better pairing
Right.
in their next one.
Right, and I think our event being best two out of a three will give that much more opportunity for a lower seed to figure something out, right? Um, it's not like I would not just go into this thinking just because you're the sixth seed you can't win, right? The one seed has to go through a lot of different series of best two out of threes and no backup robots, so maybe something happens, right? Like it's the potential is there, and the potential to you could have 6 matches against one alliance, right? If you lose to them in the uppers and then you play them again in finals, right? Um, so I think the potential is. I think it's going to be really cool. I think it's really exciting. So I hope everybody who's kind of on the fence about it gives it a fair try. Um, I think it opens up a lot of different possibilities strategically, and it's kind of cool to just play different alliances, right? Not just be done against the one seed if you're the 8 seed. Anything else to chat about Arheo? I think I don't know if nothing's official yet, so kind of keep on our slide guy is still making some cool spooky graphics, but start thinking about what costume you might be wearing to the ARL event in October. Um,
Or if you want to dress up your robot,
or if you want to dress up your robot, more than welcome to. Pretty excited to see what teams have in store for us. We're going to kind of put out something a little bit more formally, maybe next week on that. But start thinking about it now. It's kind of your reward for being in the Twitch show right now. Think about your Halloween costume. Might want to have a really good one because what if there's a reward?
there could be.
There could be. Not saying there is. Like officially, I'm not saying there is. So, but I'm just saying there could be. What else we got coming up? We got the Arizona First State Championship in a couple weeks, so I hope our teams are, you know, all Arizona teams are preparing for it, turning on their robots maybe for the first time since March if they haven't participated in an ARL event, or building a completely new one, right? So I hope they're
Yeah.
preparing. I'm actually quite excited to see, and we'll say this again, we're going to do a whole pre-Arizona State Championship show where we're going to cover all the teams again. Not just the ones that are competed in ARL, but we're going to kind of talk about the championship, the state championship. Um, it'll be really interesting to see how teams that have utilized their time and competed in ARL for training new drivers or fixing things on the robot or upgrading and testing things on the robot, seeing how they do versus teams that maybe have been not meeting over the summer or haven't competed in an ARL event yet. Be very interested to see like if there's a direct benefit to competing in ARL, and if there is, maybe teams that kind of shirked it this year might be more interested in competing in it next year.
Yes, I think it might be one of the most competitive state champs we've seen with all the practice, but we'll
Mm-hmm.
have to find out.
And we'll go over the format again as we get closer. But state champs is one of those wild events where because it's one day, and they don't have infinite time like we do at ARL, they kind of it goes by really fast, right? One missed RP or one loss could result in a team that you would think is the best team there or one of the two best teams there not being number one, right? Um, and you have a lot of teams who haven't touched their robots in 5 months, 4 months, and so it's a very interesting affair, and I'm looking forward to watching it. So obviously we're just rambling on at this point. We don't really have anything too crazy to talk about. Anyone in the chat want to tell me what they're doing to their robot ahead of ARL October? Changes to their robot? No? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Lame. All right, what are you doing to your robot?
Uh, the 498 robot or the 1011 robot? Which one?
Oof. Well, I know the answer to the 498 one.
Ah,
So,
uh, Well, 10-11 is going to be showing up with a surprise. Maybe some new designs, maybe some
Ooh.
old designs.
Exciting. Awesome. Cool. Yeah, I mean, 498 is going to make their robot hopefully function better. Anyway, we're rambling on. That's the end of our show, pretty much. We just want to come in and chat. Oh, we're fixing the climber. I love that. Climbing, so important. So important. 498 also needs to fix their climber. It's going to be massive, right? When you think about the value of a climb versus how many cargo you have to score and the teams that will be at the state championship or at least or ARL October, right? You'd have to expect that a team who doesn't have a climber would need to score an insane amount of extra cargo to make up for not having a climber, right? Sure, there are some teams on the world who could score like, 12 extra cargo and not climb, right, and make up for it, or 8 extra cargo and not make up for it. But if there was one thing I could heavily suggest to all our teams competing at the state championship and the ARL event in October and the ARL championship is get something that climbs on there and move in auto. Trust. It's huge.
Yep. Can't go wrong with those two.
That's great. Yeah, I'm really happy to hear fixing the climber. I mean, even just a mid climb, right? We've seen it separate teams already during ARL, like the draft. You could have a really sick robot, but you could have a robot that taxis and has a 2-ball auto. But if you don't climb, it's really hard to make up those points. So definitely, yeah, that's great.
Yeah, we've already seen it cost somebody a finals match in ARL.
The taxi, yeah.
Yeah, not having a climb.
Or climb. Taxi or climb, yeah. And if anyone is struggling with getting a taxi going, feel free to post in the ARL Discord. Use this as a great segue to round up the episode here. The ARL Discord is always available. Teams are using it to talk about their swerve drives, right? Throw in if you're having trouble getting something going for a taxi or even any other kind of auto. So feel free to use that there. Again, we are on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook and LinkedIn. Find us there. We do have a YouTube. It's probably the thing we're weakest at right now, so we apologize. It's just like on top of all the other stuff going on, taking the time to cut the VODs and get those things uploaded to YouTube is slipping by me and Slide Guy here. But we'll eventually catch up to where we need to be. But we do have a YouTube, so you could follow us there as well. And I'm looking forward to seeing everyone next week. Will be what is next week, Arheo? What's our show next week?
Next week, I don't believe we have anything.
What? No, impossible.
It's a.
Huh?
Don't think we're back on the air until the 19th.
Holy smokes. Okay. Well, then I guess I'm looking forward to seeing everybody again on the 19th. I really thought we had another show. Maybe I just like being on camera.
That might be it.
What are you going to do? All right. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing everyone next time at our pre-Arizona First State Championship show. And I hope everyone is working hard on their robots and school is going well. Yeah. Anything else from you, Arheo? Slide Guy?
No, I got nothing else.
Wow. Real peppy tonight, aren't you? Okay. All right, everyone. Thanks again. I appreciate you guys always hopping into the Twitch show to watch us ramble on about our team updates incoherently. We are looking forward to finishing out the ARL season and crowning our very first ARL Championship Alliance. And the Alliance Selection show is just going to be part of that process, and I think will be really fun. So looking forward to it. If you guys have any questions, or if you're watching the VOD, Feel free to drop me a line on Discord. Ask away. Teams already do that a lot. Just send me a message. I'm always happy to help. So let me know. Thanks, guys. Talk to you next time. Arheo, say goodbye.
Goodbye. Good night, everyone.
Okay, there we go. See you guys.